Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories. Thanks for joining us to listen to this magical story. Before we begin, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a new story. Let's lie back, relax, and get comfortable. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and thick forests, there lived a sweet little girl named Rosalind. She was affectionately called Little Red Riding Hood by the villagers, owing to the vibrant crimson-hooded cloak her grandmother had lovingly crafted for her. Rosalind's grandmother lived on the outskirts of the village, deep within the enchanting woods. One sunny morning, Rosalind's mother called her into the cozy kitchen. "My dear, your grandmother is feeling unwell. I need you to take this basket of freshly baked goodies to her. It has her favorite treats, warm bread, sweet jam, and a jar of honey," her mother said, placing the basket on the table. Rosalind's eyes sparkled with excitement. She loved her grandmother dearly and looked forward to the adventure through the woods. "Don't dawdle along the way, and remember, stay on the path. The woods can be mysterious," her mother cautioned. With a cheerful nod, Little Red Riding Hood skipped out of her home, her red cloak billowing behind her like a vibrant butterfly. The journey through the woods was filled with the delightful chirping of birds, the rustle of leaves, and the warm caress of sunlight filtering through the towering trees. Rosalind hummed a cheerful tune as she strolled along the narrow path, clutching the basket tightly. Unbeknownst to her, a sly figure watched from the shadows. The big bad wolf, with his shaggy fur and sharp eyes, had caught wind of the delectable scent wafting from the basket. A wicked grin spread across his face as he plotted a mischievous plan to intercept Little Red Riding Hood. As Rosalind approached her grandmother's cottage, the atmosphere in the woods changed. The once friendly chirps now sounded like distant whispers, and the sunlight seemed to dim. The air held a sense of foreboding, but Little Red Riding Hood, lost in her thoughts, remained oblivious. Upon reaching the quaint cottage, she found the door slightly ajar. A knot tightened in her stomach, but she pushed the door open cautiously. "Grandmother, it's me, Rosalind," she called out. To her surprise, the room was dimly lit, and her grandmother lay in bed, appearing much frailer than usual. "Oh, my dear Rosalind, I'm so glad you've come," her grandmother croaked, her voice weak. Little Red Riding Hood rushed to her grandmother's side, concern etched across her face. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have," she exclaimed, noticing the unusual gleam in the old woman's eyes. "The better to see you, my dear," replied the big bad wolf, who had cleverly disguised himself as the ailing grandmother. His sharp teeth glistened in the dim light, and his deceitful eyes never left Little Red Riding Hood. With a sense of unease, Rosalind hesitated before continuing, "Grandmother, what big ears you have." "The better to hear you, my dear," the wolf replied, his ruse holding firm. Growing more suspicious, Rosalind questioned, "Grandmother, what big teeth you have." "The better to eat you, my dear." The wolf snarled, revealing his true identity as he lunged forward, sharp teeth bared. But Little Red Riding Hood, quick-witted and brave, was not easily fooled. In a moment of sheer determination, she dodged the wolf's grasp, grabbed a nearby blanket, and darted out of the cottage. The wolf, momentarily stunned, gave chase, his growls echoing through the darkened woods. The chase led them through the tangled thicket, over babbling brooks, and beneath the whispering trees. Little Red Riding Hood's heart pounded in her chest as she sprinted, her red cloak streaming behind her like a streak of defiance against the shadows that pursued her. As she reached the edge of the woods, the villagers, alerted by the commotion, gathered with torches and pitchforks. The big bad wolf, realizing he was outnumbered, slinked away into the depths of the forest, disappearing like a phantom. Rosalind was met with relieved hugs and cheers from the villagers. The news of her bravery spread like wildfire, turning her into a local hero. The woods, once mysterious and daunting, now stood as a testament to her courage. From that day forward, Little Red Riding Hood continued to visit her grandmother, but always with a watchful eye and a heart unyielding to deception. The village learned a valuable lesson about the importance of vigilance and the strength that could be found in even the smallest of hearts. And so, the story of Little Red Riding Hood became a cherished tale in the village, a tale of bravery, wit, and the enduring spirit that can overcome the shadows lurking in the deepest woods. Thank you for listening to our story. Remember to like and subscribe so you never miss another upload.